Most men don't realize this, but what they feel is not always love. Sometimes it's attachment, and the difference between the two changes everything. Because when you believe someone is the one, you stop seeing them clearly. You stop observing what is actually happening, and you start focusing on how they make you feel. And those feelings can be misleading. At the beginning, everything feels intense. There is excitement, there is curiosity, there is emotional stimulation, and your brain quickly associates that intensity with something meaningful, something important, something real. But intensity is not always connection. Sometimes it's just emotional dependency starting to build. Because the more attention you receive, the more you start wanting it. And the more you want it, the more your focus shifts. You start thinking about them more often. You check your phone more frequently. You replay conversations in your head. You wait for messages. And slowly, your emotional state begins to depend on something external. That is not love. That is attachment. And attachment creates a very specific dynamic. It makes you feel like you need that person to feel stable, to feel complete, to feel in control. And the moment that person pulls away, everything inside you reacts. You feel uncertainty. You feel anxiety. You feel like something is wrong, and your instinct is to fix it, to restore what you felt before. But that reaction is exactly what strengthens the attachment. Because now you are not just enjoying the connection, you are trying to maintain it, protect it, control it, and that changes your behavior. You become more available, more reactive, more focused on them than on your own life. You start prioritizing their attention over your own direction. And this is where the shift begins. Because attraction does not grow from need. It grows from presence, from stability, from someone who has a life that does not revolve around one person. But attachment does the opposite. It pulls your focus away from yourself and places it entirely on them. And over time, that creates imbalance. Because when one person becomes the center of your life, they start feeling it. They feel your attention. They feel your availability. They feel your emotional dependency. And even if they don't consciously analyze it, it changes how they perceive you. Because value is not only about who you are, it's also about how you position yourself. And when you position someone above you, you automatically lower your perceived value. Another important thing to understand is that attachment distorts your perception. You stop evaluating the situation objectively. You ignore red flags. You justify inconsistent behavior. You accept things you normally wouldn't accept. Because your goal is no longer clarity. Your goal becomes maintaining the connection, keeping the person, not losing them. And that mindset is dangerous. Because instead of asking, is this right for me? You start asking, how do I keep this? And that question changes your entire behavior. It puts you in a position of chasing, of adapting, of reacting, instead of choosing, instead of leading, instead of staying grounded. And the more you stay in that position, the more you lose yourself. You lose your standards, your boundaries, your emotional control, all because of attachment. But here is something most men don't realize. Attachment often grows faster when the connection is inconsistent, when attention is not constant, when there are ups and downs, because your brain starts chasing the highs, trying to recreate the good moments, trying to get back that feeling. And that creates an emotional loop. You are no longer responding to reality. You are responding to the memory of how things felt before. And that makes it even harder to see clearly. But the truth is simple. The right connection does not create confusion. It does not make you overthink everything. It does not make you feel like you are constantly trying to fix something. Real attraction feels different. It feels natural, balanced, mutual. There is effort, but it is shared. There is interest, but it is consistent. And most importantly, you don't feel like you are losing yourself in the process. You don't feel anxious when they take time to reply. You don't feel like your mood depends on their behavior. You remain stable, grounded, in control of your own emotional state. And that is the difference. Attachment takes control away from you. Real connection reinforces it. So if you find yourself overthinking, checking your phone constantly, feeling anxious when they pull away, it's important to pause. Not to react, not to chase, but to observe, to step back, and to ask yourself a different question. Not, how do I keep this person? But, why am I feeling this way? Because that awareness changes everything. It allows you to detach from the emotional loop, to see the situation clearly, to reconnect with your own priorities, your own direction, your own life. And when you do that, something interesting happens. The dynamic shifts. Because your attention is no longer constant. Your energy is no longer dependent. You stop reacting, you start choosing, and whether that connection continues or not. You win because you are no longer attached, you are grounded, you are in control, and that is where real attraction begins.